Hello and welcome to my channel. My name is Arish and this is the first ever Blender tutorial on my channel. So today we are going to see the things we can do in Blender and what is the layout and what tabs and functions does Blender have, and without further ado, let's move on. Now as you can see, I have opened Blender and we can see a splash screen right in the center. They say we can create a new file, we can open a file, we can open recent file which you have been editing, and we have and a lot of stuff. Now I'm gonna just click away or press general. So general or clicking away makes it a 3D file. Now as you can see, I have a 3D file over here. I am using Blender, but you can use any other software, any other OSs for this software, like Windows, Mac OS X, any OS, but it should be powerful. So I am using Linux, and over here you can see a cube. Then we have a camera. This is a camera, as you can see. It says it says camera in the scene collection. And in the top right you can see the scene collection. The scene collection shows whatever is in your scene of the video. So we have a camera, a cube, and a light. So this light is like a ring light which acts as a light source for the camera. You might not see the effect of light in here, but once you go in the rendered view in the viewport shading, you can see the light effect. Now you can hit 0 to go in the camera view, or press this button, toggle camera view, and it will go. And you can press again 0 to get out of the view. And now I want to move this camera so that this darker shade. Now to move this light source, we just have to press G and Y. So Y is the Y axis, the green line, as you can see on the camera's line as well. So we are gonna do that, and we're gonna press G and Z. Z is the up and down axis, and we are gonna press GX to move it in the X axis. You can anytime press right click to cancel it, cancel the movement. Now we now if we see, it is a bit brighter on this side, but I need it more brighter. So how can I do it? So in here, if you can see, there is a outliner. So in the outliner, it's the properties menu. So in the properties, you go down to object data properties. In here you can see the power. So we click on the power. You can set it as much power as you want. Now I'm gonna set it to 9000. There we go. Now it's a bit bright for the camera. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna do it to 6000. It's on there. But now you don't have to just need the light. You can actually, without the light, show the cube. Now how is that possible? Let me just delete the light. Just press delete. Now as you can see, it's very dark. So if you go down and find the material properties, you can see this section which is with colors. I am using the latest version of Blender. You can use any version of the Blender, it is fine. In the emission control, emission color, you can set it to the max white, and there we go, we can see the color cube in white. You can also change the emission to green and stuff. So this way you don't need any light for your scenes. You can just delete the light as well. No. Now as you can see, let's hit 0 and go back to our normal menu. So as you can see, there are a bunch of tools in here. Then we have first the select box. This is actually to select anything like this, selecting groups. Then we have select tweak. Tweak is to actually move around. And then we have select circle. This actually selects everything which is in the radius of the circle, like this. Wait a minute. No, sorry. It selects every circle near it. Yeah, sorry, I forgot that. Then in the lasso tool, you can select your own, like, okay, so, control, no, sorry, wait a minute. Oh, mate, sorry. Okay, sorry for that. We do is, we press A. So what does A do is, it selects everything. So now let's take our select box because that's the best. Now what this cursor is where the objects spawn in your Blender. So we don't have to move it because using the cursor at default position is the best thing. Then we have this move. So select a box and see that you can move it like this in the y-axis, then in the x-axis and in the z-axis as well. Now we have the rotate option. You can rotate. So these also have shortcuts. For move, as I told, it is G, and for rotating it, it's simple. Press R and the direction which you want to rotate, or rotate by freehand. And then we have the scale. You can scale it or scale in a cage. Means it resizes in every direction. So you can use these markers or press. Now I'm gonna go to the select box. Now you can press S for scaling it in the Z axis, then S for scaling it X, and then S for and Y for scaling it in the Y axis. It's pretty simple to understand, but some people actually think it's very hard. Now you can annotate on the screen, and well, yeah, this actually kind of creeps it out because you have to freehand style it. So yes, now let me just control Z, press control Z to undo, and then we have this measure tool. So this measures actually the length, I guess, kind of, yes. So it actually measures the length of the thing that you have to measure. Then we have add cube. You can add anything you want, but here it shows only mesh. Now what is a mesh? Oh wait, I just added a cube in here. Sorry. Alright, so how to add anything in your scene without going actually selecting this. So you have to press Shift and A. So as you can see, we have a bunch of tools over here. So we have a mesh. In this we can get a plane, cube, circle, USP, isosphere, cylinder, and stuff. So what is a plane? Plane is basically a 2D squares. Cube you all know, circle you all know. Spheres also we know, cylinder, cone, torus, and stuff. Now it doesn't end here. We have some curves, surfaces, metaballs. Wait a minute, I just added a surf curve. Sorry for that. So we also have some metaballs like ball, capsule, plane. This plane is actually rounded, so it doesn't have sharp edges. And there is the ellipsoid cube. That is also. You can also add text, but we are gonna move it after into that deep afterwards. But first we are focus on the main things. Now we can see this cube. Now if I want to move this cube while playing the video, so what do is we first of all select the cube, we press I on our keyboard and press the location. This is the keyframe from which it's going to start. So as you can see, we have these keyframes, this playback thing. So here you can set the keyframes from where to where it's gonna go, or what rotation it's gonna make, or what the scale is going to be. So now if I want to move it at till the 60th frame to let me just go in this. So if I want to move it in this direction and that, I want it then at the 60th frame. So I do I location. So location is very simple. Now if I play this clip, it's gonna go in that direction. Now the camera won't actually follow. It can follow, but we are not gonna go in that deep. So now if I want to move the camera, you can also do that as well. Now you're gonna mark the location. These are basically normal objects in Blender, but now as you can see, we can see this cursor over here. This is the red and white cursor. This is not actually going to be rendered because it might irritate the animation or disturb the animation, so it's not gonna be rendered. Okay, now if you want to adjust the transform manually, you can press N on your keyboard. Now in the transform menu we can have location, rotation and scale. So for here we want to mark the rotation, not the location, I forgot. Rotation. Now if we go to the 60th frame and then rotate it. No, wait, not this. If I rotate it that way and a bit up, then there we go. We can see it in the frame right now. But how do... Now that is done. And let's see this. Let's say it backwards. Wait a minute. I'm just playing backwards. Okay. Okay, let's say forwards. There we go. It works. And now if you want to scale the camera, you actually can't scale the camera in this, but the things you can do is, well, just increase the frame. Okay, you can hold the click on the middle mouse button, that is the mouse wheel, and my mouse wheel is not that nice, but anyways, this camera also follows in which you are rotating and stuff in the to the cursor. And now as you can see, I am taking the camera back. So what this gonna do is it gonna extend the camera, this extend the view. Let's check it out. So as you can see, it extended the view, but I want the view to be normal, so I did Control Z and let's go back. Okay, there you go. We can't press Control, then you can adjust it, but you have to remember it how it was, because I don't know why it does that, but anyways. And if you want to see it in motion without the camera view, you can also see it. Okay. Okay, let's play this clip. Okay, as you can see, my camera is moving. Now we need to make a simple animation, but that will be in the next video. Till then, goodbye and see you guys in the next one. And go.